Hello, everyone. Victoria.matea here. If this is your first time seeing me, I am also known as the mom care coach. And I was sitting here drinking my greens drink in my kiddo's playroom. And I was thinking to myself, today is Tuesday, and I'd like to give a few Tuesday tips. So I was watching Dr. Vonda the other day, and if you don't know Dr. Vonda, she is an amazing midlife doctor for women. She shares all kind of really awesome things you can do to support your body through midlife. So anywhere between 35 to 50 is considered midlife. And there are certain transitions that women go through during these years. Now, for some women, especially if they're in perimenopause, then they will have a lot of different symptoms. And she gives tips on how to help yourself as you're transitioning to later life. So, one of the tips I was listening to, um, as a mom care coach, I always teach women sleep, nutrition, movement, and mindset are the foundation when it comes to self care. And that is so very important. And sometimes during these years, women will talk about getting up in the middle of the night or waking up in the middle of the night, having difficulty going back to sleep or difficulty going to sleep. And Dr. Vonda was saying one of the things that can really help is having protein right before bed. Now, I'm going to give a caveat with that because I always teach people that you don't want to eat right before bed because then your body is busy digesting. So I'm going to assume that she's meaning at least an hour before bed so that your body, a lot of times, will get up in the middle of the night if that's something that you're dealing with because of glucose issues, fluctuations with the hormones. And so if you have a little bit of protein, it helps it to balance it out a little bit more and maybe you won't get up. However, another tip I'm going to give, if you're wanting to have protein, make sure it's not like this huge protein meal. Having just a little bit can be helpful. Um, According to Dr. Vonda, I'm going to try that out and see. My body is very finicky, so I have to be careful. But one of the things that I always share with people is getting movement and sunlight first thing in the morning because that helps to reset your circadian rhythms and that helps your body to make more melatonin so that when it is time for you to go to bed, then your body will say, okay, I'm ready to sleep. So if there's an issue where you're getting up in the middle of the night, make sure you've done all the other things that I always teach. You have the blackout lights. You have a quiet room. You have it where it's cool at night, so you're not hot getting up throughout the night. You have not had drinks in the last couple of hours so that you're not getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. You have comfortable sheets, blankets, and pajamas so that you are not feeling uncomfortable and that wakes you up. You are doing everything else. And if you need a little bit of protein to help you with those fluctuations of the hormones, that is also, but it's not like a whole meal. If you are a meat eater, maybe like a little piece of grass fed, grass finished beef or turkey can be helpful. A little bit of salmon can be helpful. A handful of nuts, if you are vegan like me, can be helpful. A little bit of like a little piece of a protein bar because that's what I had this morning was actually breakfast protein cookies, which are so awesome. Those kinds of things will be helpful. And then also making sure you're having your greens, the cruciferous vegetables, all of that is really important. This is my Green Synergy Elixir, and it has 13 fruits and vegetables in it. It has prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes because you're not what you're eating, you are what you can absorb. And so you need to be able to break down the food and absorb the nutrients. So enzymes helps us to break it down, and our prebiotics and probiotics helps us to absorb the nutrients and minerals. And so that's really important. We also have hyaluronic acid in it, which helps with our skin. It is a natural vegan collagen builder. So our body naturally has collagen in it, but as we age, our body will have less and less of the collagen. I also have NAD plus in my drink, my greens drink. NAD plus is also a peptide, just like GLP-1. Our body has both of those naturally, but as we get older and we are around pollution, have lots of stress, not have enough sleep, all of those things impact how we age, and it also impacts how much is actually in our body able to be user friendly. And so the NAD plus is a natural, it has nitrogen in it, it's natural, vegan, and it helps us to build our own NAD that's in our body. So it's not nothing synthetic. Just like we also have a GLP-1 powder, it's a nutrition support. It helps us to build our own GLP-1, which helps us to help balance blood sugar, and it helps with quieting the food noise, meaning like whenever you're around different kinds of foods, are you the person that struggles with like saying, I don't want to eat that, or I want to eat that, or like, well, what is it for you? When you have lots of food noise, you're tempted to eat lots of different things that you know you shouldn't, or just to overeat even good things that are healthy, but it's not, you're full and you need to say no. So GLP-1 can help with that. NAD plus helps with cellular energy. How much energy do you have? And as we age, as I said, that usually dissipates. And so when you're needing the natural support of NAD, it has been proven 100% to increase the NAD in your body. So in that drink, I'm building vegan collagen in my body. I'm building NAD in my body. I'm building I didn't put GLP-1. I like GLP-1 nutrition support. It's really yummy, and it's not synthetic. It's helps your body to build its own. And the reason why I like it, it helps with balancing blood sugar. As I've gotten older, stress can make my blood sugar kind of go like this, and ooh, not so fun. So sometimes I'll use that. I also use intermittent fasting to help lots of different things. And I am working to get that under control. And of course, movement is so important. So if you are struggling with sleep, here are a few tips. Remember to get sunlight first thing in the morning along with movement. And if that's not available to you, if you can get it before 10 a.m., they have said that's the latest research is saying that it's very, very helpful. And then also, if you're waking up consistently, 3:37 every morning or whatever three-ish time you're waking up, maybe you could use a little bit of protein before bed. Remember, it is not a full meal. It is just a little bit of protein because remember, we want our body to be able to go into those deeper levels of sleep, like REM, and to detox our body and our brain and repair. It can't do that if it's too busy digesting food. Okay, so have an awesome day. If you're needing to know anything about my Greens Energy Elixir, any of the GLP-1 or the NAD plus, let me know. Also, I have my protein coffee here. Protein is so important, and having a clean source of protein first thing in the morning is so helpful for getting the day started. So I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.